So welcome. We're very glad to have you both.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So first of all, you wanted to do this kind of big joke. Are you ready for us?
We're ready. Let's go.
It took a minute, but we're ready.
I hope we are the first ones to do that. Okay. So, can you please introduce yourself as people who don't know who you are?
Matt?
Few words.
Matt?
I'm Matt Acevedo, guitar player, musician, producer. Do a lot of the recording at my place, mixing, mastering, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I do most of the music. Lloyd takes care of the vocals, and we make it happen.
Okay, and Lord, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Lord Nelson, formerly of Stuck Mojo, formerly of Lord Nelson featuring Lloyds,
Yes.
great French band, yes indeed, and I do a lot of the vocal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a Stuck Mojo fan from way back. I was into the Bones era. I was into the Lord era. I just really dug that stuff. And in the Facebook age, I just kind of found Lloyd on Facebook, and we became casual Facebook friends. He just seemed like a really approachable guy, down to earth, really cool. So I guess about December of this last year, like I said, I've got a little studio that I have, and I'm always making music. I'm always doing something. So I had some music that I had set aside that I could hear.
Yeah.
Lord just flowing over, and with a little, I thought about it. I sat on it for a little bit and thought about it, and my wife kind of pushed me a little bit, and she was like, send it to him, see what he thinks. So I did, and sent him a track and just said, hey, check it out, see if it's anything you're interested in. And he said, yeah. He liked it, he dug it, he worked on it, and that turned out to be our first track, Action.
Okay.
From there it was effortless. We just have this vibe. I don't know. There's just something about us two working together that it's effortless. You know what I mean? I would put something together and send it to him, and man, he would vibe on it and send it right back. And in under 7 months, we had the whole album done.
Wow. So it was kind of long distance relationships.
Right.
It is.
Because he's actually in Texas. I'm in South Carolina. So, yeah. Thank God for technology. We were able to do what we did. And just like he said, he just sent me the music, and I just vibed to it. And just like we're working on some stuff right now, he sent me some, when I'm feeling it, that pen just bleeds all over the paper, or I'm writing on my phone. And
wow.
It's just a great thing. And we're continuing to do some great things. It's great music. I'm going to write some beautiful lyrics to it. Yes, indeed. Have
you ever met each other?
We have not met like that yet. Not
Never.
yet. We've FaceTimed each other a few times, and we have conversation on the phone. That's how we've been. Yes, indeed. Well, especially with the pandemic going on,
Yeah.
Kind of like, because I've wanted to go to Texas, he's wanted to come out here, but
we're
just being very, very careful right now.
Oh, okay. Maybe you two could meet here in Paris. What do you think about that?
Love it. Love it.
Experience.
You know how great that is.
One day.
I've been to Paris a few times. The last time with Lloyds was the first time that I really had a chance to see a little bit of Paris. Because most of the times it was like we were coming in and performing, and then we were leaving. And I never had a chance to. But the last time I was there, when we flew in, I got to see the sights. So it was a good thing. And yes, indeed, I would love to be there. We would love to be there.
When you meet each other, it will be on stage. So we hope so.
Indeed.
So can you tell us about the album? First of all, what I would like to know is what kind of style of music is it exactly? Rap, metal, hip hop? It's very hard to define style because there are certain tracks, right, which is
Mm-hmm.
pop for an album. So it's very hard to find one style for everything. So how would you define it?
Do you want to categorize in style, or you don't care about it?
Wow, that's a good question. I can tell you, my style is extremely eclectic. So yeah, I mean, I pull from all kinds of music. You know, everything from I'm a big hip hop guy from way back, but then I'm a guitar player and I'm into metal. So you know, everything from all walks. So we don't, like I said, when I said it's effortless, it's whatever kind of comes out. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be any type of a niche or any type of specific
Right.
genre. If we think it fits and it's cool and it's got a good groove and it makes people move, that's all we care about.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not a genre snob. I grew up listening as well as Matt. We grew up listening to so many different things. And even with me being with Stuck Mojo, I was introduced to so many other things and bands that we toured with. And I was just like, wow, that's great there. Wow, that's great there. I've always said that whatever he sends me, if I'm feeling it, it's what it is. I mean, it could be a country song. If it's good, it's good. Any music, I don't care what it is. If it's good, it's simply good. I mean, it's just what it is. I just love music. You know, say no music, no life. I really believe that. And I'm just gonna roll with it. If you guys sent me something that was really cool and I was like, hey, I love this. It's just what
Can
it is.
can you rap? Can you rap on the country music too?
I can rap on anything. I
You
can
can
rap
do
on
anything.
anything. I love melodies.
Yeah.
You send me something, the first thing I'm gonna start doing is, kind of humming in my head. And then I'll just start my process and then I'll start writing. And so if it's good music, it's just good music. It's really that simple.
So if I have well understood, Matt, you did the music, right?
Hmm.
And Lord Nelson, you did the lyrics.
Correct.
Is
Except
it?
for in Pandemic, and then I had my son on one song, and then Matt did most of the work on Pandemic, and then I put some vocals on Pandemic. But it's a collaborative effort. And excuse me, that's my alarm going off, telling me it's time for the interview. I apologize.
We lost.
All right, now we're good. That was my alarm saying, "Hey, like we're ready." I apologize.
So, Matt, did you put your voice down on some songs or not, or just the guitar?
Yeah, I do some vocals on Pandemic. We kind of share vocals on that. We go back and forth on that, and then I do just a little bit of like some backup stuff to fill space and things like that on a couple other things. Lloyd, he handles most of the vocals.
In the one, Come and Get It, when you say right now, who is doing this vocal? You, Lord Nelson?
Yeah, yeah, that's me. Once again, it's just the vibe of the song. It took me there. It's according to what the vibe is that he sends me, and then I just go with it. And just like I say, I sit there and I'm listening to it, and then just that right now, come and get it. You
Yeah,
can. It just hit me. It just hit me.
because sometimes it's very tough. I know that it's you, but when for this one, I was like, is it him really? Because it's so less tough actually.
Right, right. In fact, there's probably, and once again, that goes back to the fact that I've listened to a lot of different things. And so I've been influenced by so many, it's just unbelievable. I just really love music. So whatever
Feel-
sparks my mind, whatever heats me up mentally, and his music does it to me, I'm just gonna write. I can remember Sebastian saying the same thing on our Fight album, the thing he said about it is that he was like, everything's just different. And I was just like, well, I'm just vibing to the music. It's the same thing with Matt. He's so talented that when he sends me music, and just like he just sent me something, I just finished writing. We're going to record here soon, and this weekend, as a matter of fact. And it's just different and good, and I'm just loving it. Just allows me to be free. So I'm just going to do what I do.
Okay. So, by the way, how did you get the name Plastic Catastrophe?
That was from me. Yeah, it actually started out as my studio. I tried to come up with a name for my studio, and I ended up with that. I don't know. Plastic Catastrophe came in my head one night, and I just kind of woke up with it in my head. And I had told my wife the next day, I was like, "What do you think of Plastic Catastrophe?" She's like, "Where'd that come from?" And I was like, "I have no idea." She's like, "Yeah, it sounds pretty cool." So my studio ended up as PC Productions, Plastic Catastrophe Productions. And once we started putting all this together, we had no idea what to call it, so that's just how it ended up. We wanted everybody to know that the Lord was fronting the project. Yeah. So we ended up with Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Knows.
Yeah, it came. I just told him, I said, I like it. We could have gone with that. I just wanted people to understand. I was like, okay, just had the Lord Nelson part to that. Because we could have just gone with Plastic Catastrophe. I was good with it also. I just wanted people to be aware and say like, okay, hey, it's the guy from Stuck Mojo, it's the guy from Lloyds. And just to add that and just to make, familiarity with the fans, indeed.
They know it's you. Definitely. Right. I really like the way you open your album with Are You Ready For Us? It's very tough. Mm-hmm. I really like the music. So what do you mean by Are You Ready For Us? For you too? What should we expect exactly?
Well, the thing is that, the album is, the fire starters. Meaning that we're bringing that heat. We're not bringing that usual, that normal. We're about to start some fires amongst people. We want people to dance, to enjoy. We want people to headbang. We want people just to feel good about the music. Are you ready to feel good? Are you ready for this heat that we're about to bring you? That's it. Are you ready for what we have to offer to you? And some people may and some people may not be, but we're gonna bring you what we love, and we hope that you feel it too. But we know that we love it, That's so we're gonna give you what we would put our hearts into. So we hope that everybody else loves it, and we're just glad to be, we're really, I want to say that, Alexandre, thank him so much, because it was with him before, and then coming back to him and being on M&O, it's just a really good thing. Thank you guys. It's just love, just a good feeling, a good vibe, just a happy dude. Music is love. Love is music. Indeed.
We have Are You Ready For Us? We have Fire Starters. Mm-hmm. And we were wondering if you wanted to wake up some people's mind and say, okay, guys, now we have to move on. We have to fight. Let's just enjoy the music. That's it.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Tu veux qu'on parle de ça? Oui. The track Pandemic. Definitely, we have to talk about the lockdown. How do you go through that? Because the pandemic one is, we will survive. At the end, you say, we will survive. We will fight the pandemic. So how do you go through this period?
Matt, you can start it off.
Yeah, it's funny because that whole track literally came being locked down. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but at that particular time, nothing here in Texas really was moving. You were at your house. If you went to the store and home, that was, a pretty big trip. So I can tell you that I know for a fact that, everybody in the world has been touched by this pandemic. And I know that Lord and I both have lost family to the pandemic.
So how did you get as inspiration for all the topics covered in this album?
Uh-oh.
We don't hear you.
Lord, I think your mic's muted.
We can't hear you. Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys were kind of low. Okay, that's my fault. And you asked me about the topics for the songs?
Yes. It was just in your head.
Everything is just life, or what just strikes me at the moment. The music always leads me. It always takes me to wherever I'm going. Now, I usually don't have just a topic all of a sudden, but when I take the music, so when Matt sends me music, I just sit with it for a moment. And so right when I hear it, my mind just starts running. And so I'm just like, okay, here we go. All right, just once again, are you ready for us? Like that. And then it's like, okay, I have what I want to do. And then I just kind of start freestyling, and then it just all comes to me. And if the vibe is great and I'm just going right along, it's nothing to it. It's going to come really quickly. So if the music is great and the music has been great, it's going to be an easy process for me. It really is.
You said that you met each other, or the first conversation was in December. So how long did it take you to build up all this album? Because it's less than 1 year, right?
Yeah, it happened. It happened quickly. It really did.
Yeah, I mean the actual album was written, recorded, and finished probably about, I don't know, August or September, something around there. I think it was when we finally had the final mixes done and ready to go. Yeah. So, 7 or 8 months, something like that, just working remotely like we do.
Everybody had time, unfortunately, during the crisis.
That's it. Yeah, that was a big part.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to make time anyway. I was just enjoying the fact that, I was able to work with somebody, with his talent level. And just like I've told Matt before, working like with Rich and with Sebastian, and even with my No Power, No Crown guys I was with in North Carolina, they kind of helped me while, I was in transition a little bit. But, Big Steve and all those guys, I've worked with such talented individuals who are really, really great musicians. And that has just helped me along the way. And so I used to, back in the day, I would just kind of write for anybody. I was just like, just because I love the music. But now it's like I have these individuals who are so great at what they do. It makes my process just so easy. And it's just like talking to you guys. It's just like, we've known you probably forever, and it's it feels good. It's easy. It's love.
Can't imagine. So how did the public receive your album? Have you heard about that?
I'm gonna say that so we have a song on there. Never should I judge a book by its cover. Never should I, because I could be wrong. You never know what people are gonna like. I've done some other things like EDM stuff I do, and other things, and of course I'm hip hop artist, and of course rock, and you don't know what people are gonna like. So I stopped judging, about. So we put it out there. The reception has been very, very great. And people are like, now I may say there's been some people are like, oh, it's not metal enough for me. Oh, that's fine. Everything's not for you, it's all beautiful. But the majority of the people, really love it and really have embraced it. And I mean, that goes with all nationalities, races, colors, religions, the whole nine. And I've just been not pleasantly surprised. I just have say that we put ourselves in a situation where we're not going to judge people like that. We just let the music out there, and they can judge it for themselves, and they can pull from it what they want to pull from it. How it makes them feel, because they may see something that we're saying in a different way. Music is a time machine to me. When I hear music, it always puts me somewhere.
Yes.
I have songs that I did with Lloyds or Stuck Mojo or No Power, No Crown that when I hear them, or I hear some old music that I've listened to from the 70s or the 80s or whatever like that, it'll put me in a certain place. Now I can hear a song, it'll put me in Paris. And I just sit there and I just enjoy it. And I don't want anybody to disturb that groove. Leave me alone. I'm back there right now. Just let me enjoy it. And that's just how much I love music. So,
yeah. Since you cannot perform on stage right now, do you intend to do some like other artists and perform online or do some virtual?
yeah, we've talked about that, and it's something that we've got to work out. We've seen some of the other artists, even some of the bigger artists doing that. And yeah, it's something that is very, very possible. I'd like to do. And we just want to give the fans something to enjoy right now. And just to let them know that this is serious and what we have is really good. And we want you guys to vibe with us. We really do. We really do.
When you do that, you warn us because I want to be part of it. Definitely.
Indeed.
Oh, for sure.
Indeed.
Sure.
You told us about Lloyd, Sebastian, and are you planning to do something more with them? Like something like Plastic Catastrophe and Lord Nixon and Lies?
Or featuring?
Well, I'll say this. I asked Sebastian, I sent him the music. He's heard the music. And I said, Sebastian, I said, when we go on tour and we come overseas, I said, we may need your services. And he was like, he's got me. He said, I'll do whatever I can for you guys if you need
Wow.
me. And I was just like, just thank you, because like it's like Matt and I, Sebastian is like, I love him. That's my brother. And he's just, once again, he's just a great musician, as Matt is, as Rich is, as Steve is. And I'm just thankful. So yes, indeed, we will collaborate and do whatever we need to do. We just love music. And we want to give the fans some great music.
So what are you planning to do now? What will you give us more? Another album?
I'm going to say this. What are we working on? Our fourth new song. That
fourth or fifth.
Matt's still sending me music, and I'm still writing. We'll continue to do that.
Wow.
Just because it's in us, and we can't help ourselves. And like Matt always says, he's like, "Hey man, I've got another song," and I'm like, "Well, send it on over to me."
He knows I can't sit still very long.
And whether it's the hardest, heaviest, I don't care what it is. If it's dope and it's fire and it's hot and it's a headbanger, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't have any fear of what we can do. I think we can do anything.
And do you plan to have more musicians or not? Or only?
Yes. Matt has spoken to some of his people. I've spoken to some of my people. If we go out on the road, that's not going to be an issue. We have some great musicians.
Bass player, drummer,
right? That are willing to jump in there and help us out. And I've had many offers, and I'm just like, thank you for offering, because they're feeling what we're doing, and that's a good feeling. It really is, to have love from your peers, that look at you and like, hey, I'll jump on there and I'll play bass for you, or I'll play drums for you, or, thank you. We appreciate it.
So. You learners, I imagine that you speak French. Matt, maybe.
Do I speak French?
Fluently?
Yeah.
Fluently? Try.
I wish I could speak French fluently. So, the time that I was in Paris and in Lyon, and I had such a good when we were shooting the Until I Die video, and of course we shot it in France.
Yeah.
And I was telling Matt before, and I was telling on another interview, it's like I thought that I wanted to move to France. I mean, I really had such a peace of mind there. I enjoyed myself so much, and we were somewhere around Lyon, and Sebastian took me up kind of like in the hills or whatever, and he was just like, you could buy this here, and I was just like, once again, I just got quiet, and I just embraced it all, and I was just like, yeah, I probably could move over here, Sebastian. It was just really, really good for me. I really had a great time there. I had a fantastic time there.
So You're fluent, right? Can you speak French?
Listen, I still, you know what I know? Je m'appelle Lord Nelson. Merci beaucoup. You know, just certain things. No, I wish I was fluent in French, but I am not. I just enjoyed everybody else speaking it, and they tried to do their best to speak English for me. But they always said one thing, though. They were like, you speak too fast for us. Slow down a little bit.
Do you speak French?
Me? No, I wish I did. I have a hard enough time speaking English some days, but no, I've never been. I've never been to France, so I am so ready to go. I'd love to go.
We would love to receive you here. À toi de conclure maintenant. À conclure.
So we finished with the how question. Do you have a word for the French people
who listen to you, and can you do a conclusion?
Well, me personally, I just want to say thank you guys so very, very much. France has been wonderful with every band that I've been with Stuck Mojo. We had a ball in France. I listen, the French are unbelievable. You guys have always supported, and I hope you continue to do it. And I can't wait to come back and just enjoy the culture, enjoy all the beauty, because France is beautiful. The people are beautiful. And we are beautiful, so we'll fit right in.
Thank you so much to receive us.
Matt, you have the last word.
All right. I'll just say the same thing I've been saying for 7 months. We're coming. We've been telling you we're coming. Here we come. Album's out now. Go and check it out. We're coming. We're coming to France. We'll be there. I want to meet you guys in person.
Yes,
well, it will be with great pleasure. So thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for yours also. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. M&O Music, we love you. Alexander, we love you. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Take care.